plot officially thickens when it comes to the new off-season basketball league known as Project B. Very interesting now, because now officially we have two Indiana Fever superstars. Got to remember, neither one of these players are technically under contract anymore.
The silence shattered. Sophie Cunningham, the third most popular WNBA player, just inked her deal with Project B, sending an undeniable message across the league. This isn't just another off-season signing, it's the loudest bell tolling for the old guard. A stark declaration that women's basketball is irrevocably changing. With this bombshell, the whispers about Caitlin Clark's future exploded into a roar. The question isn't if she'll join, but when. The stage is set for an unprecedented exodus, and Sophie's signature confirms the path Caitlin will almost certainly follow. Get ready, because the biggest name in sports is about to make a monumental decision, a decision made inevitable by this very moment.
Project B, folks. This was one of the big names that I was waiting to hear. Somebody that by Google Analytics during the season showed to be the third most popular player in all of the WNBA by sheer search volume. And now Sophie is joining this league and will bring a lot more attention, because I think we all know Sophie Cunningham is now sort of taking that step up the on the stature level of
Project B isn't just a new league, it's a seismic event, a global women's basketball initiative gearing up for a fall 2026 launch. This revolutionary league promises 5-on-5 action, featuring 6 formidable 11-player teams strategically positioned to operate during the WNBA offseason. This clever timing means it won't directly clash with the WNBA schedule, yet it's poised to absolutely dominate the existing 3-on-3 rival Unrivaled. The implications are enormous, setting the stage for an entirely new era where players have unprecedented choices and financial power. This isn't just a competition for talent, it's a battle for the very soul of the offseason.
Teams, and will take place during the WNBA offseason. Therefore, while it won't compete with the WNBA, it will compete against Unrivaled 3-on-3 basketball. That includes many of women's basketball's top players. But many elite WNBA stars have already agreed to play in Project B. Guys, we got to remember one thing about this that is going to be more appealing than Unrivaled. It's 5-on-5 basketball. All right, which is, in my opinion,
Sophie Cunningham's decision to join Project B is monumental, far more significant than many realize. During the last WNBA season, Google Analytics revealed Sophie as the third most popular player across the entire league, measured purely by search volume. Her immense popularity and undeniable fan appeal instantly elevate Project B into a must-watch spectacle, drawing in legions of fans who might otherwise overlook a new venture. Her star power ensures a substantial boost in attention, not just from dedicated basketball enthusiasts, but from a broader audience. This signing is a major coup, signaling a serious threat to the status quo and hinting at even bigger names to follow.
Very cool. Very cool. The signing of Sophie Cunningham elevates Project B into must-watch TV territory. Fair play, Soph. It'll be interesting to see over the coming months what other Fever players follow you and Kelsey. You've really got to wonder, is Lexi Hull not far behind? I mean, let's be real here. Minimum $2 million a year salary, and that is the minimum. I will be very interested to see what do the salaries look like as they start emerging.
Sophie herself didn't mince words when explaining her move, dropping a video directly addressing her reasons for joining Project B. She expressed immense excitement to be part of the athlete roster, emphasizing that the league is giving women's basketball platform that is much deserving not only here in the United States, but across the world. This statement reveals a powerful motivation beyond mere financial gain, highlighting a deep desire for broader recognition and opportunity for the sport globally. It's about elevating the game, expanding its reach and ensuring players are seen on a truly international stage. Her passion underscores the league's promise.
I mean, how do you watch games in this league? The players it has signed so far are big names getting big salaries. Project B is luring players with what Front Office Sports reported were annual salaries over $2 million. The WNBA Supermax last year was under $300,000. The league has still not offered a max salary over $1 million in its ongoing and contentious labor negotiations.
Sophie's signing isn't isolated. It follows another Indiana Fever superstar, Kelsey Mitchell, who committed to Project B on November 24th. This pattern of key players from the same WNBA team making the leap is incredibly telling. Neither player is currently under contract due to their one-year deals and CBA rules, but their Fever allegiance was strong. Now, with two major figures from the same organization choosing this new path, it paints a clear picture. The gravitational pull of Project B is undeniable, and the question now isn't just who else will follow, but which other teams will see their players make similar jumps.
Interesting. Now, onlookers have observed that Project B followed players on social media shortly before announcing they'd be committed to join. By the way, their Front Office Sports is now pointing out something. They're pointing out who the league is following. It also follows retired WNBA players Diana Taurasi and Chini Agumake, Nika's younger.
One of Project B's most compelling advantages over its rival, Unrivaled, lies in its foundational gameplay. While Unrivaled focuses on 3-on-3 basketball, Project B champions the traditional, beloved 5-on-5 format. This isn't a minor detail, it's a critical distinction that appeals directly to both players and fans. The consensus is clear. 5-on-5 is the true essence of basketball, offering a more complete and dynamic game experience. Many view the 3-on-3 format as a significant flaw, a less engaging spectacle. Project B's commitment to 5-on-5 is a deliberate strategic move, positioning it as the superior choice for elite athletes seeking to maintain peak form.
See, okay, so they're paying the Saudis. I will say this. I like the fact that Steve Young is involved. Yeah, former 49ers quarterback, NFL MVP, and Novak Djokovic is also one of the investors. So I find that very interesting. And there she is, right there. I had a feeling this was coming, that Sophie Cunningham was headed to Project B soon. I thought it was very interesting.
Here's the absolute bombshell that shatters any doubt about Project B's appeal: the money. Front Office Sports reported that Project B is luring players with annual salaries exceeding a staggering $2 million. Let that sink in. Contrast this with the WNBA Supermax salary last year, which languished under $300,000. This isn't a small raise, it's a financial chasm, an almost tenfold increase that fundamentally alters the career trajectory and earning potential for women's basketball stars. It's an unprecedented economic incentive, making Project B not just an alternative, but an entirely new stratosphere for professional athletes to thrive.
You know, there's like, 3 other names that people are really waiting on. Well, look, they're waiting on Caitlin Clark above everybody else. All right, they're waiting on Caitlin Clark above everybody else, because if they get Caitlin Clark, the league's going to be successful. Asia Wilson and Angel Reese are the other 2 names everybody is waiting on. Angel's not in Unrivaled. Asia hasn't played in any off-season leagues. I still think
The staggering salary disparity is even more pronounced given the WNBA's ongoing and contentious labor negotiations. For years, the league has struggled and frankly failed to offer a maximum salary exceeding $1 million to its top talent. This persistent refusal to adequately compensate its stars in line with their market value and global impact has created a powder keg of discontent. Project B steps directly into this void, offering what the established league has consistently denied. This isn't just about competing for players, it's a powerful indictment of the WNBA's financial structure and its inability to properly value its own athletes. The roster of elite WNBA stars already committing to Project B reads like an all-star list, further cementing its undeniable legitimacy. Names like Jonquel Jones, Jewel Lloyd, and Camila Cardoso have officially joined, signaling a clear trend among the league's top performers. What's particularly noteworthy is that several of these powerhouses, including Jones and Cardoso, never even participated in the rival Unrivaled league. This selective participation speaks volumes, demonstrating that Project B isn't just attracting talent, but discerning talent. These players are choosing the league that offers the best platform, competition, and undeniably the best compensation. Project B's sophisticated approach extends beyond salaries. Their recruitment strategy is subtly masterful, highly visible on social media. Keen observers note a consistent pattern. The league's official accounts begin following players shortly before their commitment is publicly announced. This digital breadcrumb trail serves as an unofficial heads-up to fans and media alike. Interestingly, Project B's following list also includes retired WNBA legends like Diana Taurasi and Chini Ojegwumaike, hinting at potential future roles or endorsements, or perhaps just deeper engagement with the sport's history. It's a smart, modern way to build buzz and maintain anticipation for their next big reveal. Addressing concerns about funding, Project B has made a very clear statement. Their operations do not include any Saudi Arabia dollars. However, transparency is key, and it's confirmed that the company does have a deal with Sola, a Saudi events company, but this isn't an investment relationship. The deal involves Project B paying Sola for services. This distinction is crucial, aiming to dispel any direct investment links while still acknowledging a business relationship with a Saudi entity. It's a careful navigation of geopolitical sensitivities, ensuring the league maintains its narrative of independent funding. Adding another layer of formidable credibility and immense star power, Project B boasts an impressive roster of investors that extends far beyond typical sports funding circles. Among them are NFL MVP and former 49ers quarterback Steve Young, whose legendary status brings instant recognition and respect. Joining him is tennis icon Novak Djokovic, one of the greatest athletes of all time, whose global appeal is unparalleled. These aren't just wealthy individuals, they are titans of sport, lending their names and influence to Project B. Their involvement isn't just financial, it's a powerful endorsement, signaling that this league is serious, legitimate, and backed by proven winners. The emergence of Project B has cast a long, ominous shadow over the previously established off-scene alternative, Unrivaled. The sentiment among many is clear. Unrivaled is essentially done. This isn't surprising when you consider Project B's superior offerings, a preferred 5-on-5 format compared to Unrivaled's 3-on-3, and a monumental difference in player compensation. Why would top athletes choose a league with smaller payouts and a less traditional game style when a groundbreaking, financially lucrative, and globally ambitious alternative is available? Project B is not just competing, it's effectively rendering its predecessor obsolete, setting a new standard for off-season play. Observers have keenly noted a curious phenomenon among a select group of players, an oddly silent contingent who haven't committed to either Unrivaled or Project B yet. This silence is deafening, speaking volumes about the behind-the-scenes machinations and the intense pressure building. Many believe these athletes are strategically biding their time, waiting for the optimal moment, or perhaps for Project B to make an offer they simply cannot refuse. The implication is clear. These are likely the next wave of blockbuster signings, the ones who will further solidify Project B's dominance and send even more shockwaves through the WNBA. Amidst all the high-profile signings and strategic maneuvers, one name towers above the rest in terms of anticipation and impact: Caitlin Clark. She is, without question, the player everybody is waiting on, the singular individual whose decision could make or break Project B's immediate success. If Project B secures Caitlin Clark, the general consensus is that the league will be an undeniable runaway success. Her unprecedented popularity, drawing millions of new eyes to women's basketball, would instantly catapult the new league into mainstream consciousness, securing its future and validating its bold vision. Her signing would transform it into an unstoppable force. While Caitlin Clark remains the ultimate prize, two other colossal names are also on everyone's radar as potential game changers for Project B: A'ja Wilson and Angel Reese. These two superstars represent another tier of elite talent, each with massive followings and undeniable on-court prowess. It's notable that Angel Reese hasn't participated in Unrivaled, and A'ja Wilson has famously abstained from any off-season leagues, indicating a discerning approach to her career. Their potential move to Project B would not only further deplete the WNBA's off-season star power, but also signify a complete shift in where the top talent chooses to play during their non-WNBA months. Given the astronomical salaries, the global platform, the preferred 5-on-5 format, and the rapidly growing roster of elite talent, the writing is undeniably on the wall. Caitlin Clark's eventual exit from the traditional WNBA offseason structure in favor of Project B appears not just likely, but inevitable. The financial incentives alone are too substantial to ignore, offering her the opportunity to make an astounding amount of DMN money while continuing to elevate women's basketball on a global stage. This isn't just about playing, it's about maximizing her incredible impact and earning potential, and Project B offers the pathway to truly achieve that. The ripple effect from Sophie and Kelsey's signings with Project B is already sparking intense speculation within the Indiana Fever roster. Fans and analysts are now wondering aloud who else from the Fever will follow. Is Lexi Hall not far behind? The allure of multi-million-dollar contracts and a dynamic new league is a powerful magnet, especially for players who might be seeking greater financial stability and global exposure. The loyalty to a WNBA team during the offseason might be severely tested when such lucrative opportunities arise. This creates an unsettling precedent for WNBA teams, potentially leading to a mass migration of talent during the offseason. As the excitement around Project B continues to build, a new chorus of questions is emerging from eager fans. How do we watch these games? The public demand for viewing access is a strong indicator of the league's burgeoning popularity and the immense interest generated by its high-profile signings. People aren't just curious, they're actively seeking ways to tune in, demonstrating a readiness to embrace this new era of women's basketball. The challenge for Project B now shifts from attracting players to securing robust broadcast partnerships that can deliver their product to a global audience. The hungry fan base is already waiting, demanding to witness this revolution. Sophie Cunningham's signing isn't just a transaction, it's a symbolic turning point, an emphatic declaration that the power dynamics in women's basketball are fundamentally shifting. With unprecedented salaries and a global platform, Project B is forcing every player, every team, and indeed the entire WNBA to confront a new reality. This isn't just about money, it's about agency, opportunity, and the relentless pursuit of elevating the sport to its rightful prominent place on the world stage. The future of women's basketball is being reshaped before our eyes, and the question now is not if, but how dramatically the WNBA will adapt to this formidable game-changing challenge.